Video lesson prepared by N. Markandaya, lecturer in chemistry, Dr. BRR Government Degree College, Jedchalla, Department of Chemistry. Our topic is carbohydrates. So, sixth semester, paper 7. So, the structural elucidation of glucose. So, glucose is a straight chain structure. For the straight chain structure, so evidences we already discussed. So molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. So second one is the acetylation. So glucose on reaction with acetic anhydride forms a pentaacetyl derivative. So this reaction indicates the presence of 5 OH groups. So, and since it is exists as a stable compound, hence 5 OH groups should be attached to different carbon atoms. So from third reduction to N-hexane, so glucose react with the HI and red phosphorus, it gives a N-hexane. So this reaction indicates the 6 carbon atoms of glucose are in a straight chain. So formation of cyanohydrin. Glucose combines with 1 mole of hydrogen cyanide and forms cyanohydrins. This indicates the presence of carbonyl group present in the glucose. Next, reduction. Glucose reduces Tollens reagent to silver mirror and failing reagent to red cuprous oxide. This indicates the presence of aldehyde group present in glucose. The sixth one is the oxidation. Glucose reacts with 1 mole of bromine water to gives a monocarboxylic acid. This indicates the presence of CHO group which is present at one end of the glucose molecule. Next, glucose on reaction with concentration nitric acid gives a dicarboxylic acid. It indicates the presence of aldehyde group and primary alcohol group at the other end of the glucose molecule. So this aldehyde group so present at one end of the glucose molecule and primary alcohol CH2OH group at the other end of the glucose molecule. So from the above structure, so the glucose can be written as a straight chain, open chain, straight chain molecular formula. So next topic is stereochemistry. See the open chain structure of glucose. So CHO, CHOH, COH. So glucose contain CHO functional group, aldehyde functional group, and 5 OH groups present on 5 different carbon atoms. At the second carbon atom, OH is right side, and third carbon OH is left side. Fourth carbon OH is right side, and fifth carbon OH is right side, and CH2OH. So this is the open chain structure of glucose. So in the above structure we'll have 4 asymmetric carbon atoms. 4 asymmetric carbon atom. Asymmetric means the carbon contain the 4 different groups known as a asymmetric carbon or chiral carbon. See, second carbon, here second carbon contain aldehyde group, H group left side and OH right side, and remaining group. So this is second carbon is the asymmetric carbon. See third carbon also, OH is OH left side, H right side. So this third carbon also contain 4 different groups, like fourth and fifth carbon also contain 4 different groups on carbon. So the 4 asymmetric carbons C2, C3, C4, C5 carbons are the asymmetric carbons or chiral carbons, because these C2, C3, C4, C5 carbons contain the 4 different groups from 2 to the power of n. So 2 to the power of 4, 16 optical isomers possible for glucose molecule. Here n is number of chiral carbons. How many chiral carbons are there? Totally 4 chiral carbons, that is C2 carbon, C3 carbon, C4 carbon and C5 carbon. So 2 to the power of 4, total 16 optical isomers possible for glucose. In 16 isomers, 8 will have plus optical rotation and other 8 will have minus optical rotation. Plus means dextro rotation, that means clockwise direction. Minus means levo rotation, that means anti-clockwise rotation. So if the plane polarized light pass through the polarimeter, so these isomers can rotate the plane polarized light towards the clockwise direction, so that isomers having the dextro rotation. If the compounds can rotate the plane polarized lights towards the anti-clockwise direction, so that are having the levo rotation. Plus means dextro rotation or clockwise direction, minus means levo rotation or anti-clockwise rotation of plane polarized light. See here, glucose shows an optical rotation of plus 52.7 degrees. The open chain structure of glucose shows an optical rotation of plus 52.7 degrees. This is the stereochemistry of glucose molecule. Open chain structure of glucose contains 4 chiral carbons, so totally 2 to the according to 2 to the power of 4 formula, they can have the 16 optical isomers possible. In 16, 8 isomers are the having dextro rotation, so remaining 8 will have the minus or levo or anti-clockwise rotation. Okay, this open chain glucose structure shows an optical rotation of plus 52.7 degrees. Next, see configuration of glucose molecule based on glyceraldehyde. D and L configuration of glucose are introduced by Fischer. Fischer took a D-glyceraldehyde as the basic unit of carbohydrate to arrive at the configuration of sugar molecules. For the explain the configuration of sugar molecule, the Fischer took a D-glyceraldehyde as the basic unit of carbohydrates. See here, this is the D-glyceraldehyde, this is the L-glyceraldehyde. So the CH2OH above carbon, OH is contained, so left side direction, the CH2OH above carbon, OH is left side. So this is, this is indicates the L-glyceraldehyde. In D-glyceraldehyde, the CH2OH above carbon, OH is right side. So this is D-glyceraldehyde. So D-glyceraldehyde, L-glyceraldehyde, the mirror images. Non-superimposable mirror images are enantiomers. So like that, see here D-glucose and L-glucose. See here D-glucose. This is first carbon. Here also first carbon. Second carbon OH is left, right. Third carbon OH is left. Fourth carbon OH is right. Fifth carbon OH is left. So according to this structure, this is known as a D-glucose. This is D-glucose. See here L-glucose. The fifth carbon OH is left side direction. See here left side. So it is L-glucose. This D-glucose and L-glucose, that means D and L configuration explained by the basic of D and L-glyceraldehyde by Fischer. So next, D family of aldos. These are the D configuration. D means dextrorotation or clockwise direction of 8 optical isomers of glucose. See here, first one is D plus allose. In D plus allose, so all molecular formula is same, C6H12O6, but the configuration, but the arrangement of OH and hydrogens on the carbon atoms are so different. See here, first one is the D plus allose. In D plus allose, second carbon OH is right, third carbon OH is right, fourth carbon OH is right, fifth carbon OH is right. All OH groups are right side in the D plus allose. Second one is the D plus aldose. In D plus aldose, second carbon OH is left, third carbon OH is right, fourth carbon OH is right, fifth carbon OH is right. This is D plus aldose. Next to fourth one, D plus glucose. We know the D plus glucose, second carbon OH is right, third carbon OH is left, fourth carbon OH right, so fifth carbon OH is right. Next second one is the D mannose, D plus mannose. Second carbon OH is left, third carbon OH is left, fourth carbon OH is right, fifth carbon OH is right. This is D mannose. So like D plus, D minus glucose. So second carbon OH right, third carbon OH right, fourth carbon OH left, fifth carbon OH right. So D minus iodose. So second carbon OH right, third carbon OH left, fourth carbon OH left, fifth carbon OH right. So like this, the arrangement of hydrogens and OH so are different in the, so these isomers of D-glucose, D-aldohexose. These all are the D family of aldohexose. See next the cyclic structure of glucose. Cyclic structure of glucose. See here, Fischer identified that the open chain pentahydroxyaldehyde structure of glucose fails to explain the following. So that is, it does not react with the sodium bisulfite. Second one, it cannot restore the color of Schiff's base or Schiff's reagent. Third one, it does not react with ammonia. It does not react with ammonia. If the glucose contain the aldehyde group, so aldehyde group is in free, so it can react with the sodium bisulfite to form a adductive. So it can restore the color of Schiff's reagent. It does not react, it react with the ammonia when, so if the aldehyde group present in glucose is free. So but this glucose does not give the, so react with the sodium bisulfite and Schiff's reagent, and it does not react with the ammonia. So the aldehyde group is not free in the molecule of glucose. So next, in order to explain these, it was proposed that one of the hydroxyl group reacts with the aldehyde group to form a cyclic structure, that is a hemiacetal form. So here glucose contain this molecular formula HOH, OHH, HOH, HOH, CH2OH. This one of the hydroxy group, so react with the aldehyde group, react with the aldehyde group, like this. So if for example take the fifth carbon OH, this electron pair react with this carbon and hydrogen on OH. So in order to explain this, it was proposed that one of the hydroxyl group reacts with the aldehyde group to form a cyclic structure, that is the hemiacetal form. This also results in the conversion of the achiral aldehyde carbon into a chiral carbon, one leading the possibility of two isomers. It will the achiral aldehyde group convert into the chiral carbon. So when it's form the hemiacetal structure, hemiacetal form, so possible the two isomers, C like here C OH H like here. This carbon contain the four different groups. One is the hydrogen OH, second one is this structure, and fifth one it linked with the cyclic form. So this achiral carbon convert into the chiral carbon. So this is the alpha isomer. So if the OH, this OH on right side, this carbon also chiral carbon, on chiral carbon first carbon, this OH at OH is left side, so it is a beta isomer. So this also results in the conversion of the achiral aldehyde carbon into a chiral one, leading the possibility of two isomers, that is alpha isomer and beta isomer. These two isomers differ only in the configuration of C1 carbon only, C1 carbon. These isomers are called a anomers. These isomers are called a anomers. Next point, the two anomeric forms of glucose are called a alpha and beta forms. This cyclic structure of glucose is similar to pyran. So a cyclic compound with 5 carbon and one oxygen atom, and hence is called the pyranose form. So pyran structure is like here. In pyran carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms are there and one oxygen in the cyclic structure. So in the aldehyde group react with the hydroxy group to form a hemiacetal form. So these hemiacetal alpha and beta forms of cyclic compound with 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atoms, and hence it is called a pyranose form and pyranose form. See here. So next point is, so it exhibits, cyclic structure exhibits the muta rotation. Cyclic structure exhibits the muta rotation. See the, so this one is the open chain structure of D-glucose. C aldehyde group, second carbon OH right side, third carbon OH is left side, fourth carbon OH is right side, fifth carbon OH is left side. This is the open chain of D-glucose. Its muta rotation, it's the specific rotation of open chain D-glucose is plus 52.7. Plus means dextro rotation or clockwise direction. The specific rotation of this open chain D-glucose structure is plus 52.7 degrees. See here. So if the aldehyde group carbon and oxygen more electronegative atom, so pi bond, so shift towards the oxygen atom. These electrons will react with the carbon atom, so to form a this alpha D-glucopyranose. See here. So OH on first carbon OH is right side direction, and the cyclic ring is formed. The cyclic ring, the fifth group OH, the cyclic ring is formed like this. So this is the alpha D-glucopyranose. The specific rotation of this alpha D-glucopyranose is 112 degrees. So if the OH on first carbon is, see here, left side, this is known as a beta D-glucopyranose. So these pyranose contain cyclic structures with 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen. See here, this is first carbon, this second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, 5 carbons and 1 oxygen. So in the cyclic form, so this is known as a pyranose, alpha D-glucopyranose, that is beta D-glucopyranose. In alpha D-glucopyranose, first carbon OH is right side, and beta D-glucopyranose, first carbon OH is left side. So its alpha D-glucopyranose react with the MEOH, so it form a methyl alpha D-glucoside. The first carbon OH react to MEOH to form a, so methyl alpha D glucoside, and this beta D glucopyranose so react with the methyl alcohol, so it will form a methyl beta D glucoside. So this is the open chain and alpha D glucopyranose structure and beta D glucopyranose structure. These all are in the equilibrium manner. These all are in the equilibrium manner. The glucopyranose react with the methyl alcohol and HCl mixture form a glucoside. This glucoside do not undergo the breaking of rings and forms a straight chain compounds. Therefore, these do not exhibit the muta rotation. These methyl beta diglucoside and methyl alpha diglucoside do not exhibit the muta rotation. So the above facts suggest that the glucose can exist in the straight chain structure, so or in the cyclic structure or in equilibrium mixture of so cyclic and so straight chain structures. This is the cyclic structure of so glucose. So cyclic structure of glucose fails to explain the some reactions. It does not react with the sodium bisulfite. It cannot restore the color of Ship's reagent. It does not react with the ammonia. So it will exhibit the mutarotation. So this glucose so exists in the cyclic form. That cyclic form is the pyranose structure. So glucose exists in the two forms, alpha D glucopyranose and beta D glucopyranose. So it reacts with the methyl alcohol and HCl to form a methyl alpha D glucoside and methyl beta D glucoside. This formation so suggests the glucose can exist in the straight chain structure as well as the cyclic structure, or both are in the equilibrium state. Okay, this is the cyclic structure of glucose. Next, mutarotation. So see the definition of mutarotation. Change in specific rotation with time is known as the mutarotation. Change in specific rotation with the time is known as the mutarotation. Here see the, so this is the open chain and straight chain structure of D-glucose. So the specific rotation of this open chain structure is plus 52.7. This plus means dextro rotation or clockwise direction. So when it is dissolved in the water molecule, it will keep in sometimes, it will form a alpha D plus under this specific rotation gradually increases to plus 112 degrees. That means, so is open chain structure convert into the alpha D plus glucopyranose. Alpha D plus glucopyranose. The alpha D glucopyranose specific rotation is plus 112 degrees. So that means this open chain structure convert into the so alpha D glucopyranose. This specific rotation gradually decreases to plus 19 degrees centigrade. That means this alpha D glucopyranose convert into the open chain structure and it dissolved in the water molecule. This open chain structure convert into the beta D plus glucopyranose. The specific rotation of beta D plus glucopyranose is plus 19 degrees. So that means, so this glucose exists in the open chain structure as well as the alpha D glucopyranose structure and the beta D glucopyranose structure. So if the specific rotation so gradually increase to plus 11 degrees and it decrease to plus 90 degrees and it will be equilibrium at plus 52.7 degrees. So in the alpha form is 34%, the beta form is so 64%. This is the mutarotation, the change in specific rotation with the time. The change means, see here the specific rotation change from 52.7 degrees centigrade to plus 11 degrees centigrade. So like, so the specific rotation change with plus 52.7 degrees to plus 19 degrees. So with the time, so this is change in specific rotation with time is known as a mutarotation. The mutarotation is due to ready opening and closing of hemiacetal ring. This is the hemiacetal ring. This is also hemiacetal ring. So if the specific rotation decreases from 11 2 degrees centigrade to plus 52 degrees centigrade. So it will, due to the opening of hemiacetal ring. So plus 52 72 decrease to plus 90 degrees centigrade. So it will forming the hemiacetal ring. The mutarotation is due to the ready opening and closing of hemiacetal rings. See here, the specific rotation of pure alpha and beta D glucose are 11 degrees, 112 degrees and 19 degrees respectively. However, when pure form any one of these sugars dissolved in water, slow interconversion of alpha D glucose and beta D glucose via open chain form until equilibrium is established, giving constant specific rotation, that is plus 52.7 degrees centigrade. This phenomena is called a mutarotation. Okay, the specific rotation of pure alpha and beta D glucopyranose are 112 degrees and 19 degrees respectively. However, when pure form any one of these sugars dissolved in water, slowly interconversion of alpha D glucopyranose and beta D glucopyranose. This open chain structure dissolved in water, so it will convert to the alpha D glucopyranose or so maybe beta D glucopyranose. So via open chain form until equilibrium is established, giving constant specific rotation, that is 52.7 degrees. This phenomena is called a mutarotation. This phenomena is called a mutarotation. See the next, anomers. So see the definition of anomers. Anomers are the diastereoisomers of cyclic forms of sugars or similar molecules differing in the configuration at the anomeric carbon. So that means C1 atom of an aldose or the C2 atom of the 2 ketose. So this is the anomers. Anomers are the diastereoisomers of cyclic forms of sugars or similar molecules differ in the configuration at the anomeric carbon, that means C1 carbon. So example, alpha D glucopyranose and beta D glucopyranose. These are the example for anomers. And the second one is methyl alpha and beta methyl glucosides. These all are the example for the anomers. See here, this is alpha D glucoside. This is the first carbon. In first carbon, OH is right side in alpha D plus glucopyranose. In beta D glucopyranose, so the OH is left side of first carbon. So these both are alpha D glucopyranose and beta D plus glucopyranose, both are the example for anomers. And the second one, so methyl alpha D glucoside and methyl beta D glucoside. See here, so in the cyclic form OMe, this OMe is right side of first carbon. So in methyl beta D glucoside, OMe is left side of first carbon. So the configuration of differ in first carbon, that means a anomeric carbon. So this methyl alpha D glucoside and methyl beta D glucosides, both are example for the anomers, example for the anomers. Next, epimers. Next epimers. See here, epimers are diastereoisomers that have the opposite configuration at only one of two or more chiral centers present in the respective molecule entities is known as the epimers. Epimers are the diastereoisomers that have the opposite configuration at only one of two or more chiral centers present in the respective molecular entities. See here, for example, D-glucose and D-mannose, which are differ only in the stereochemistry at C2 carbon. See here, this is the D-glucose and D-mannose. In D-glucose, the second carbon OH is right side, third carbon OH is left side, fourth carbon OH is right side, fifth carbon OH is, so right side is a D-glucose. For D-mannose, second carbon OH is left, third carbon OH is left, fourth carbon OH is right, fifth carbon OH is right, fourth. So these glucose and mannose differ in the C2 carbon only. C2 carbon, in glucose C2 carbon OH is right side, in D-mannose C2 carbon OH is left side. So both are differing at C2 carbon. So these are the epimers. See next example, D-glucose and D-galactose. Both are also example for the epimers. See here, in D-glucose, this is first carbon, second, third, fourth carbon. Fourth carbon OH is right side for D-glucose. In D-galactose, so fourth carbon OH is left side. OH is left side. The D-glucose and D-galactose both are differ at C4 carbon, at the configuration at C4 carbon only. So both are differ at configuration at C4 carbon. So D-glucose and D-galactose also example for the epimers. Both are example for the epimers. So epimers are diastereoisomers that have the opposite configuration at only one of two or more chiral centers present in the respective molecular entities. The configuration opposite at only one of two or more chiral centers. See here, this D-glucose and D-mannose containing the 4 chiral centers, and here D-glucose, D-galactose also containing the 4 chiral centers. C2, C3, C4, C5 carbons are the chiral centers for D-glucose and for D-galactose. So in D-glucose, D-mannose differ at second chiral carbon. D-glucose and D-galactose so differ in the configuration at fourth chiral carbon. So this is the anomers and epimers. So this is the cyclic structure and stereochemistry of the glucose molecules. These glucose molecules is cyclic form, that is the pyranose. This cyclic form known as a hemiacetal form. Hemiacetal forms are two isomers. One is the alpha D-glucopyranose and beta D-glucopyranose. So mutarotation, this is very important in exam point of view. The change in specific rotation with time is known as a mutarotation. The open chain glucose specific rotation plus 52.7 change to the plus 112 and change to the plus 19. This change in specific rotation with the time is known as a mutarotation. Okay, so thank you.